Hey guys, my name is Fabio and welcome to today's video in which we're going to be discussing gold and the major dollar pairs. Let's dive in. Okay guys, so to start off with, of course, the dollar index, and looking at the dollar index at the moment, what we can see on Friday is that a lot of buying pressure came in. However, for me personally, this is just a simple support and resistance setup. Price hasn't actually tapped in towards demand. Hence why I do think for now that the dollar index could still move down a little bit lower. However, I am keeping my eyes out for this, let's say, bearish candle, which caused price to start moving up higher. In my opinion, this is kind of demand. However, it's very weak demand because it hasn't actually achieved anything. Of course, it took out this high over here. However, it's not very significant, let me put it that way. So what I'm expecting for today, well, I do think the dollar is going to pull back a little bit higher or lower, excuse me, before even thinking about pulling back higher. Looking at the daily real quick, I wouldn't be surprised if this was a bull trap, could possibly be so, and we could still take out this low, tap in towards demand, and then, for instance, see a real pullback start to be initiated, essentially. So yeah, that is it for the dollar index, expecting more downside, at least back down in towards 94.885 for me personally. So that said, let's head over to our first pair, which is Aussie dollar. So Aussie dollar guys, and Aussie dollar has seen a beautiful push on Friday in towards the downside, as we pretty much expected. We were looking for a pullback. As we can currently see, we didn't really react to this area of demand, but yeah, we are currently pushing back up higher, so that is very nice to see. Just keep in mind that we could still tap in towards this area of demand, probably take out this swing low that we created. Liquidation happens over there because this is a simple support and resistance setup once again, and then the real reversal, for instance, could happen in towards the highs. Yeah, that's something we have to take into account. However, of course, the 4 hours at the moment bullish, remember that, and we could still see a lot of further upside from, let's say, this zone. We have to keep in mind that if we look at the daily is bearish, the weekly is also bearish, and the daily has essentially mitigated a strong area of supply, which took out this low, and also areas of demand. And we've already seen a pullback in towards the 50% mark of the overall daily bearish range. And we've seen liquidation happen over here on this double top, or on these swing highs over here, right below the area of supply. So that's something you have to pretty much keep in mind. Hence why, if I look at the 4 hour, excuse me, this is something that went wrong. If we look at the 4 hour, we could still also see some shorts play out from this zone over here. So let's say we do see pullback in towards there, then I will be looking for some potential shorts. By the way, we also have this area of supply over here. This on the 1 hour is going to be an area of supply. Yeah, so this bullish candle, as we can clearly see from where we could expect a reaction. This is a 1 hour zone that did achieve something because it took out this area of consolidation over here. Hence why we could also react from there. Just keep that in mind once we pop in towards that zone on the 1 hour. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Aussie dollar, guys. So let's head over to euro dollar. And euro dollar, guys. So euro dollar is currently kind of just being a little bit slow for now. What I'm kind of waiting for is to see if we can take out this swing high over here and then see a further push back down. Let's say we take out this high, see liquidation, then I will be looking for those shorts. We have two strong areas of demand over here and over here. That I'm just going to keep in mind when we come into there. We could look for some potential longs. However, same as with Aussie dollar, just keep in mind on the daily we've already seen the 50% mark of the daily bearish range being hit, and we're coming from an area of daily supply. However, this is of course your stronger area of daily supply all the way up top, so just keep that in mind when looking for shorts. Of course, shorts from here can play out. However, this is always going to be the stronger zone. Just keep that in mind. So yeah, that is it for euro dollar. Let's head over to our next pair, which is pound dollar. And pound dollar has seen a beautiful daily retracement back up in towards the highs. As we can see, perfect reaction to daily supply, hence why we could now potentially start seeing lower prices. Diving in towards the 4 hour, what we can then see is that price has a nice area of supply over here. So let's say price does pull back in towards that supply, then I will be looking for potential shorts if the lower time frame lines up with the 4 hour setup. In my opinion, looking at this overall 4 hour structure, we are ready for a pullback because we've just seen this long run up in towards the highs without any real pullback. So I'm still waiting for a pullback on pound dollar to start occurring. So yeah, that is it from pound dollar. I think that we could start seeing a retracement back down from this area of supply. That would be a good entry in my opinion. So yeah, that is it. Let's head over to Kiwi dollar. and Kiwi dollar, guys. So Kiwi dollar has been moving up beautifully from this area of demand, which essentially took out this high, and also liquidity above this high. So what can we expect? Well, I am essentially waiting for higher prices now. I'm not going to lie. We have this area over here, which could stand in our way. This is kind of the same as on Aussie dollar, just a 1 hour area of supply. However, this supply zone, as opposed to the one on Aussie dollar, hasn't achieved anything. It's not expecting that much from it, to be honest. But I am keeping an eye on it, looking for potential sells from this zone. However, I am keeping in mind that Kiwi dollar, as opposed to, let's say, Euro dollar and Aussie dollar, isn't as good of value, because if we go in towards the daily, we can see that we haven't really reacted from any areas of daily supply, just from this liquidity zone over here. So that's something that I'm keeping in mind. However, the daily is still bearish, so just remember that. However, for me, Kiwi dollar would be a much higher probability for sales from, let's say, this area of supply, this area of supply, or even this area of supply. Also, the 50% mark of the entire range is going to be higher. So yeah, that is still over here inside this daily area of supply. Hence why, in my opinion, we could still see a further pullback up. So yeah, let's head to gold. And gold, guys. So gold, I was pretty wrong on Friday. I was expecting more upside to take out liquidity, but for now, yeah, I'm just waiting for gold indeed to start moving up higher, take out liquidity above the high over here before thinking about any drop for now. Preferably just a wick spike, because if we see a close above this high, gold will flip bullish on the 4 hour once again. So if we just see a wick spike, that could be liquidity grab, and then we could really see a pushback down. That is something that I'm keeping in mind. So yeah, for now, just short-term upside before a potential sell-off. Be careful on the 1 hour, because the 1 hour is just consolidating. This is my range trading tool. But yeah, as we can clearly see, we're just consolidating in between the lower 25% and the higher 75%, or the higher 25%, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, just waiting for higher prices for then a potential liquidity spike before the real dump to occur, it back down in towards this area of demand, or even lower areas of demand. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I wish you all a fantastic day, and yeah, we'll speak soon. And don't forget to join the free Discord server, because you can ask any questions you have over there. Thanks, guys.